Greetings and welcome to my Friday ramblings. This is totally useless information, but I'm wondering whether I'll actually survive this afternoon before I start to yawn. Somehow or other, and it only happens when I'm recording, and I've talked myself into it. It only happens when I'm recording my ramblings that I can sit and start to talk, and very soon I feel like yawning. It doesn't happen when I record my homilies for podcasting. It doesn't happen when I record my God spots for broadcasting. It only happens when the camera's on and I'm recording ramblings. It doesn't happen when I'm on other Zoom meetings. So I'm not quite sure what happens and why, but that's the way it is. Well, this has been an interesting week. It's didn't go that well right at the beginning. I actually went to the doctor's to get a script, and he was checking some things and found that I, in fact, needed a update to two vaccines, the pneumonia vaccine as well as the shingles vaccine. And I'm not sure particularly what happened, but for the rest of this week, I've had trouble sleeping, and I really feel zonked by this time in the afternoon. It's 4:30 today, and I'm yawning, but that's got nothing to do with my tiredness. That's just I feel really, really flat. So I'm not sure about that. I'll need to just hopefully over the next couple of days start to improve. Just had a couple of interesting events happened. I went to the hospital to see one of our parishioners, a fellow who was in my year at school, who last weekend or the week before now had a fairly significant stroke, and he's in recovery, but going slowly as part of that recovery. And then just met with the young pastoral associate as we talked about what's happening for our youth group into the future and how we might need to go ahead and what steps we can take to make it all work and all come together. So there's a few things that are there, and so that's a good way to look at the weekend. I've got a home mass shortly, so I'll be leaving fairly soon after I edit this and put it up onto the various social platforms. And then tomorrow we've got mass with, not mass, dinner for the clergy. It'll be a Sri Lankan meal at the Sandy Bay Presbytery. So that we'll be looking forward to that. And then on Sunday, I've got a trip to Bruny Island for the monthly mass. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Last night, I went out with my friend Terry. He turned 76 earlier in the week, and so we went out for a meal last night. An incredible meal, incredible wines, and I would recommend the restaurant to anyone for a very special occasion. So Peppina's at the Tasman is definitely a meal worth going for, and certainly a celebration meal. So that's this week. Next week, we've also got our sacramental program. Oh, excuse me, I knew it would happen. We have our sacramental program next week, so that's going to be a good event. So, and we'll look forward to seeing what happens. Before I yawn again, I hope you have a good weekend. If you're heading back to school at the beginning of next week, I hope that the term break has been refreshing and that you enjoy whatever you have and whatever's next. So take care. Have a great weekend. Look forward to catching you next time on my Friday ramblings.